so let's review. First thing.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Orlando Magic. For the Magic, it's been a difficult part of the season. The goal tonight is clear, figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. This team has so many weapons late in games, but perhaps the biggest of them all is Kyrie Irving. Shaq, do you view Kyrie as the most clutch player in the NBA right now?
I wouldn't say the most clutch, Ernie, but his biggest shot was his three in the 2016 finals. I think it cemented him as one of the most clutch players we have, but not the most.
Not the most, but it's too early in his career, but he is clutch. You give him the ball, he makes things happen. And not only with his shot making, Ernie, his passing ability at now is increased. So he makes great passes and clutch shots.
The game is about ready to tip off. Let's send you to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's the home of the Celtics here in Boston as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Last outing for Orlando, the loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line, a big factor in the outcome.
I mean, come on. How are you going to win on the road if you can't capitalize what's being handed right to you?
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. A look at the Magic starting group. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question.
There's a good screen. Gordon a screen. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Irving's shot is good.
And Irving is terrific at draining difficult shots. He's a tough shot maker, showing superb concentration inside.
And Orlando has possession. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Knocks it loose.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
He had a nice open look right there. Ross has got his first 3 points of the game.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make, and that really opens things up for the offense. And just think about this. Kyrie Irving in this single season to do, he only played 11 games. He was limited to 11 games. Still, he was the #1 overall pick. That's just game. And then he justified it winning Rookie of the Year. Incredible.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Irving. And Kyrie Irving with a historically great rookie campaign. But some have said he hasn't improved a whole lot on that big entrance into the NBA.
His defense is still a work in progress, and that's what he has to shore up if he's going to enter the conversation for maybe best point guard in the world. But to me, he's already in that conversation.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
He's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Tatum over to help. At the top of the key, Gordon over Morris. Here's Payton. Rebounded by the Celtics. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Or selfishness. I mean, this is what happens when you don't make the extra pass. Your field goal percentage can go south.
And here comes Horford leading the fast break. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Horford's got his second bucket of the night.
That's just outstanding awareness from Irving right there. Remarkable at finding his guys when they're wide open.
And Horford, here we go. And a dunk by Horford.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
And it's the Magic with the ball after the basket by Boston. And they double up Payton. And stolen by Horford. Unloads from 13. Here's Brown. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Brown's got his first bucket of the night.
And Brown is just utilizing his athleticism yet again. I mean, this time from the interior, though, but just sinking these close-range shots.
Payton dishes to Ross. Can they get it? The offensive rebound. Celtics leading by 7. Irving with the ball. Now Payton defending, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Gordon a screen. Payton kicks to Vucevic. And Tatum over to help. Ross passes to Gordon. Over Morris. And too long on the shot. The Celtics have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Horford. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Horford's got 8 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position. Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Nikola Vucevic. He's putting up about 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Horford? 17th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And he's a guy who would rather pass the ball off than take a bad shot. Completely unselfish. Unbelievable. I love the way he plays. And he comes up with the deuce. Vucevic has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Celtics on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Irving. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
When you see Irving pull up, you just assume he's sinking it. I mean, he's excellent at shooting off the dribble.
Kicks it to Fournier. Gordon a screen, and the pass to Payton. For 3, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. Ross dishes to Gordon. And Boston with the rebound.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
Tatum. And finished off by Horford.
You have got to box out Horford on the glass, given his size.
The Magic trail by 10. Payton with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. I think it's been a long rebuild for the Magic, but they really feel they've got a plan in place.
Well, you've heard the front office talking that they're going to win at least 1 championship by the year 2030. And I got to say, that's an interesting quote, to say the least. I mean, I have heard of a 5-year plan, but a 13-year plan, I guess you'd call that building for the long term.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And in the early part of the season, a lot of players, Chris, are just trying to get into the rhythm of the season. When did you feel like the NBA season truly was in full swing for you?
For me, it had to be in full swing day one. I had to be ready because I was playing against the best at my position, and I wanted to establish myself as the best at my position. And so that's why I think that I tried to have an advantage over other players. Where guys were trying to get a rhythm, I made sure that I used the preseason for that because I wanted to come into the beginning of the season gangbusters, knowing you're going to have your ups and downs during the season, but this is not something where you could just warm your way up into the season. You better come out ready to go, or you're going to be looking, trying to find your rhythm all year long.
That's a good message all players should hear. Payton can't get it to go. Boston leading by 12. Shoots over Vucevic. Here's Tatum, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Tatum's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Ross with a wide open look. No good on the three. Ross has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Brown. That shot, no good. The Magic go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
And in a big way. This was a blowout. Players, coaches, everyone is to blame.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. Now here's Fournier, guarded by Smart. And Fournier kicks to Ross. And Tatum over to help. Just 5 to shoot. Knocked loose. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Celtics.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And for the Magic, it's really been a musical chairs with their coaches. A lot of churning on the roster, but the pieces still have yet to gel. And honestly, it's been a mess.
And if you're running the Magic, Greg, what's the roadmap to contention?
Well, first and foremost, it's always going to have to start through the draft. You've got to be able to get core pieces there. And then you want to continue to add perimeter shooting and focus on developing your young talent based on the way the game is played today.
And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. Kyrie Irving is second.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, look, you have to change the pace up once in a while to catch the defense off guard. Unpredictability is huge in the game of basketball.
Here's Morris. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's on Elfrid Payton.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
And when Marcus Morris gets a defender in a 1-on-1 situation, Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
The first free throw is good. Orlando making some changes. Biombo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Terrence Ross. And Simmons subbed in for Fournier. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now look, Marcus Morris, he's a player who's never going to be a star when you look at his stats, but he brings a great amount to the team, usually the heart and soul of his team. He can score in a multitude of ways, inside and outside.
Gordon, the pass to Payton. Back to Gordon. They need this. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
His head doesn't look in the game right now. He can't seem to connect on any shot he takes out there.
And yes, it's good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
The Magic trail by 18. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Count that one from Isaac. And C-Webb, as you mentioned with Morris, the value he brings in his ability to fill in gaps on a roster. Very much a glue guy that is needed for successful teams.
Well, yeah, Kevin, and I like the mentality that Morris brings to the group. I like his heart. He's never afraid to go at a defender one-on-one, keeps his teammates involved, holds his guys accountable, love his game.
Here's Gordon, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Gordon with another miss.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
To the wing on the left. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And it falls over the rim and in. Payton's got 5 now.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Well, among the most feared one-on-one scorers in the league, that is Kyrie Irving. He has the handles to get to wherever he wants, no matter where he is on the floor. He's a threat.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And Kyrie Irving sniffing that 50, 40, 90 territory. 50% from the field, 40% from deep, 90% from the line. He is that kind of shooter. And Chris, what a handle.
Yeah, he's not just a stationary threat. It's his creativity combined with that efficiency. That's what makes him so deadly.
And he's good on the second.
Well, I know his father was a hooper, and I think that's why, we all love the skill set that Irving has. He's just a dynamic scorer. He's an impressive ball handler, and don't forget a clutch performer.
Knocks it loose. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Lays it up off the glass. 17 points in the game.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Now here's Payton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. And Tatum over to help. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
And here's a look at some numbers for Payton. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 8 points a game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Terry Rozier's checked in for the Celtics.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless, and this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Now here's Simmons. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Tatum over to help. Clock at 6. And Biyombo has it in the corner. Here's Payton. Rebounded by Smart.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
Here's Baines. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here's Payton. He's tightly guarded, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Orlando shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
One shot.
So often there are some players who have one unstoppable move or something that they'll lean on if their team needs a basket. What did you feel your go-to move was when you were playing?
I've said this many times. I just felt like my go-to move was just get a bucket. And so it depended on where I was on the floor. I love the jump hook from the left block looking in, my 15-foot jumper, 17-foot jumper. I felt that if I came off a pick and roll and I caught the ball live, I could drive or I could shoot the jumper, that if you were a big fella, you were at my mercy. And so, those were really my spots on the floor to really try to do damage. So, it's just about the point guard, the team that you're playing with, where shooters are on the floor in case you get double teamed, and just kind of knowing your game. And so I felt comfortable on many spots on the floor, and depending on what spot on the floor, time and possession, that's where I was going to go and just try to be successful.
I always felt you read well. You reacted well after your read.
Yeah, because, I grew up on teams where coaches, would want me to do the correct play, and just because you can shoot a jump hook, your favorite shot over two people, but if you have a wide open, great knockdown shooter in the corner, you're supposed to make that pass. And so that's what I mean about, what's your favorite move? It really depends on where I was, because a lot of times it was to get my shot first, and then if I knew the defense was coming, it was to identify where that next guy was going to be. So if I didn't score, I was going to get the ball to the guy that was. And it was an easy way to kind of control the pace and the play from the game from that post position.
That one goes in.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
The Magic shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Simmons dishes to Biyombo. Stolen. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And the basket by Rozier.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Tatum over to help. Here's Isaac. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. The Magic again can't hit.
He's got to find better looks, or he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight.
Rozier scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Now here's Payton. He has 5. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. To stop the run, here's Isaac. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Isaac's got 5 now.
Man, I tell you what, Isaac really rebounds well for his position. Takes advantage of that length and his reach to track down rebounds.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Boston. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll return shortly. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team, but we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations that they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They balled out to an early lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Orlando, Payton is out there with Simmons. And there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Hezonja in at the 3.
That's just elite defense by Smart, seizing the opportunity and taking it the other way.
Well, Orlando's shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Brown is checked in for the Celtics. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth. They could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime. And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And it's rare for rookies to come into the NBA ready at the defensive end. But you know what, C-Webb? Jaylen Brown already more than solid.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has a great frame. He plays physical. He's in a great system, and he wants it. He'll only get better with time.
And he sinks the second.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
Simmons with it. Now guarded by Smart. Back to Simmons. Puts up a 3. That shot off the mark. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
The Magic have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Azania. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. For Boston, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Smart misses. Outside, Simmons. Poked loose. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Smart.
Like a freight train running downhill. Smart, unstoppable in the open court.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The Celtics have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Isaac. Ross comes in for Peyton. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Jonathan Simmons.
One shot.
Well, we see so many of these players, Chris, in the NBA reach notoriety very early in their careers, sometimes even while they're still in high school. What was it like growing up as a star athlete and all the hype that surrounds it? You were the #1 high school player in the country coming out.
Well, you have to stay focused. You know, I didn't grow up in this era of social media and everything. I can only imagine that pressure now, but really you have to stay focused. You have to realize that you're just in the middle of your goal. You're not a celebrity or a star yet, no matter how good you are on that level. Everybody in the NBA has been the best player on their team at some point in time, so things are going to even it out. You have to stay focused, stay goal-oriented in school and in sports, and hopefully the best things will happen. And if you're lucky, like I was, you have some real good people around you, whether family or friends.
Yeah, good mentors, right? That's got to be important.
Yeah, you definitely got to have good mentors, whether it's coaches that can encourage you to spend all your time on the court, or whether it's friends and family that encourage you to stay focused and not kind of get caught up with others that may not have a focus or a love or a passion right now. So you just really need good people. It takes takes a village, and for guys that are feeling so much fame and getting so many accolades at such a young age, it's hard to handle as an adult. Just imagine trying to handle that as a kid. So you definitely need a lot of good people around you in your corner to help you succeed in life.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Al Horford is checked in for Aaron Baines, and Marcus Morris subbed in for Ogilvy.
Shooting one.
And Biyombo, no good on that one.
Yeah, the Celtics have stars with Hayward and Kyrie Irving, but their strength is their depth. Not a lot of fat on this roster. They're all capable.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Vucevic after the basket by Boston, and he makes that one.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, even when you get a hand up, it's hard to really affect his shot.
And the Celtics collecting assets, but there's only so many roster spots.
Well, Coach Stevens said he wouldn't employ traditional roles with this team. It really breaks it down to ball handling.
Here's Azania following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Biyombo kicks to Ross. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kyrie Irving is checked in for Terry Rozier. And a change for the Magic. Gordon's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Here's Boston now. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Smart. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Orlando's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. For 3, Ross hits the three-point bomb. Ross has got 8 points.
That's a good way to boost his three-point percentage. Take advantage of some soft defense.
Irving lays it up off the glass.
And what I like is that Irving is a confident scorer. Even amongst the trees, he finds a way to score the ball.
Ross on the wing. And Brown over to help. And taken away by Brown. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Irving leading the charge. Here's Horford. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Payton.
Well, they're going to have to look elsewhere for points because he has pulled a Houdini and completely disappeared from the offense in this one. Just no production from him, and nothing seems to be in rhythm for him right now. It's just not his night.
Here's Vucevic. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And Al Horford, just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
One shot.
That's good from Horford. And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism. But Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. Don't forget also he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up.
Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Morris really rises up for these jams, leaving no mistake as he finishes with authority.
Here's Azania. Vucevic, a screen on Morris. Azania, the pass to Vucevic. Shoots from 8. And Boston with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Magic shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Passes it to Hazanya. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's 21 points for Kyrie Irving.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Hazanya. Misses the 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Al Horford, a cornerstone player. Chris, he's that straw that certainly stirs the drink.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you know he's a winner. I mean, anybody can remember his career from his days at the University of Florida where he won a championship.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Well, we know that some players can get pretty tricky out on the court, and that is the diplomatic way of saying it, Chris. Which players do you feel kind of take advantage sometimes of the rules?
Well, and I think, these are the guys that you would hate to play against, but you want to play with. And, first people that come to mind are the Draymond Greens, the Matt Barnes, Steven Adams, just because he's physical. Even Chris Paul, the way that he stays on the refs, the way that if you reach on him while he's trying to steal the ball, he'll grab your wrist and let you know don't do that again because it really hurts what he's doing to you. So there's so many players that do that, and the wiser, the smarter, the longer in the game that you play, the more of those tricks you'll be able to pull out, all those veteran tricks. So those guys come to mind.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. And a dunk by Horford.
And the powerful frame of Horford, enabling him to rumble through the defensive resistance to put it home.
Well, Orlando shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Got a piece of it. Dishes to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
If you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Irving, good.
He's reason number 1 there in front. His shooting has been almost flawless.
And no good. So Orlando will take it the other way. Now here's Fournier, guarded by Smart. Here's Hazanya, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. 4th, the Magic.
And when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
That one is off. The Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Now Irving. 23 points for him the last game against the Heat in Miami. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short-arm that layup.
Hazanya kicks to Gordon. Out to the right wing. From 18 feet away, Hazanya's shot is off. Boston shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. A nice shot by Tatum.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Hezonja kicks to Fournier. Ross for three. It's hauled in by Brown.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Yeah, but you have to control the pace. You have to keep it up, keep the tempo. That's how they built this lead.
And Fournier kicks to Vucevic over Morris. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 12 now in this quarter.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Irving's shot is good.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling for him.
Well, Orlando shooting around 43% from the floor in the second quarter. Pulls it up. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his third rebound on the night.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Well, the reason Horford is scoring the ball at a consistent clip, it's because of his shot selection. Efficient. He's so good at taking his time and letting the game come to him naturally.
Here's Hezonja. 5 points in the game. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And they've been just a little too casual with the basketball. It continues to haunt them.
Ojale is checked in for Boston. Orlando also making some changes. Isaac's checked in for Terrence Ross. Simmons comes in for Fournier. And it's Payton in for Mario Hezonja. And the Celtics with possession here. Here's Irving. Good on the shot. Irving's got 27 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Orlando Magic do have a stacked front court. They've got plenty of size. Head coach Frank Vogel said, in today's small ball NBA, we think we can beat the heck out of teams in the paint. But shooting has been a hindrance, and he conceded he might have to win some games, 68-65. Kevin?
Going against the grain, D.A. Thank you.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Great D that time from Payton. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Ojale.
Ooh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the rim, baby. Move out the way.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. Payton against Irving. And they double up Payton. Gordon up on top. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
With the double coming over, good vision to locate the open man.
From 15 feet away, Horford gets the bucket. Horford's got 12 now in this quarter.
He has them reeling. They haven't had an answer for him this quarter.
Irving against Payton. Picked by Vucevic. And they double up Payton. He kicks it to Gordon. Pass to Isaac. That three off the mark. The Celtics shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Offensive rebound. And now Horford again. Horford's got 24.
Well, everyone knows that Horford relishes any chance he gets down low.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Isaac. And it's off from three-point range. From 11 feet away, Horford no luck.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Down low. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Right through the D for the layup. Rozier's got 10.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Celtics out in front, running away with it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. It's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 27 points, 4 steals, and a crazy number of assists. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, no one was able to check Kyrie. That was the difference. One of the league's best shot makers, largely because of his handles and body control. He can finish at the rim, drain jumpers off the dribble, and of course, his three-point shot now, absolutely deadly.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie, giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
And as we return, get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
Well, it comes down to talent. It comes down to hustle. He's shown both in a big way so far.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Morris dishes to Horford. Shoots over Vucevic. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
Here's Payton. Here's Vucevic. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that? Nah.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description.
Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
You gotta close off the lane to the basket. Tatum is just so good at creating angles to attack.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third, and Fournier kicks to Gordon. Gordon a screen. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Vucevic setting the pick for Fournier. 5 on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think 2 things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings are less exposed playing against other reserves. Also, their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball.
And that one falls for Fournier. And so Fournier nails both of them. And Evan Fournier out of France, an instinctive offensive player, Greg.
Yeah, favorite player growing up was Manu Ginobili, and you can see some similarities in their games. Fournier possesses long-range shooting, but also able to handle and put pressure on the D with the dribble.
Here's Payton. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. And it's Gordon missing.
Some tough D in the paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy deuce.
Fournier gets a wide-open look. The Magic with a fresh 24. Here's Vucevic. It's stolen by Morris. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Finished off the break. Irving's got 29 in the game.
Look at how active Irving is on defense. Always using his quick hands to swipe away steals.
Payton kicks to Fournier. He dishes it to Vucevic. And Boston with the rebound.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
And the Celtics with possession here, following the 3-pointer by Orlando. Yes, that goes in.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. There's the feed to Fournier. Ross for 3. Here's Vucevic. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Oh, you love the level of concentration Brown maintains. I mean, taking the hit well and finishing in style.
Payton with the ball. He's got 8. The dish to Vucevic. Gordon a screen. They set the pick. And they double up Payton. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. Payton against Irving. Payton passes to Vucevic. 5 on the clock for 3. Ross. And Irving pulls it down. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Celtics.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the 3 ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. And here is Payton. He's got 8. Pass to Fournier. Gordon a screen. And Fournier kicks to Ross. The Magic with a fresh 24. Here's Vucevic. Gordon dishes to Vucevic. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Payton kicks to Gordon. Over Tatum.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting.
Gordon with another miss. Here's Irving. Drops in the layup for 2. Irving's got 31.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Payton passes to Gordon. Pick by Vucevic. Gordon dishes to Ross. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Here's Tatum, and jammed down, and he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. For 3, Ross. Rebound, Boston. Morris has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, after hitting a couple in the first, he has cooled down a bit here.
Irving. Here's Tatum. Tries yet again. That one doesn't go. The Magic go the other way with it. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. The 17-footer. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now here's Vucevic, who's got 23. He was all alone on that one. 8 points for Aaron Gordon.
Oh, and the Celtics, bringing in Brad Stevens as head coach in 2013. That same summer, they made their blockbuster trade with the Nets. 2 home run moves for their franchise.
And the Celtics signed Brad Stevens to a 6-year contract to lure him away from Butler in college basketball. Chris, they were very confident he'd be a great coach.
Well, they might want to pull out their pen and have him sign another 6-year deal real quick because he's already established himself as one of the league's top coaches.
The first one falls, and some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines comes in for Al Horford, and it's Ogilvy in for Morris. Then for the Magic, Biyombo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Aaron Gordon, and Jonathan Simmons subbed in for Terrence Ross. Both free throws good for Irving.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Payton left side, all sorts of time. Here's Isaac. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Irving. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 35.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
There's the screen. And Simmons kicks to Biyombo. He feeds it to Payton. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Biyombo, no luck.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
A nice shot by Irving.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Payton passes to Biyombo. It's Fournier on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. Fournier's got 10 points here in the second half.
Oh, he has been dominant on offense. Who knows where they'd be in this game without his efforts?
Irving drives in. Count it.
Okay, I'm telling you, when Irving is feeling it, you got to keep feeding him the ball. He's an incredible, versatile scorer.
Now here's Payton. He's got 8. Pass to Isaac. Launches a 3. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Smart. Here's Ogilvy. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Ogilvy's got 9 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And stolen by Irving. To the paint. The shot. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound in this one. And that one's good. Simmons. Simmons got his first bucket in this one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
The second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Payton with the ball, now guarded by Tatum. Here's Isaac. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 9 assists now tonight.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first. Boston making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Orlando. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Magic shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. To the middle. And that's good from Bismack Biyombo on the assist by Payton. Biyombo's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Hezonja's shot is off. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Baines, the baseline jumper goes down. Baines has got 4 this quarter. The Magic shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Payton kicks to Hezonja. Outside, Simmons. It's Biyombo atop the key. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. 5 on the clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. No good from Simmons.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Can't say enough about Tatum. A terrific confidence, always looking to put the ball in the basket.
Now here's Payton. 8 points for him. The pass to Hezonja. Biyombo. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Feeds it to Tatum. Here's Baines. Banked in off the glass. Baines has got 8 points.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
And Hezonja gets it to go.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence. That's just an awful loss of possession there. But overall, their offense has done a great job swinging the ball and not coughing it up.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Payton dishes to Biyombo. 35 seconds left to play here in the third. Launches it. Hazanya's shot is off.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. A clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
Shooting for Boston, Marcus Smart will be at the line shooting 2.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Smart.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with his fiery approach to the game.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Payton. He's got 8 to the inside. And it's Biyombo with the jam.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
And it's Baines missing. Here's Hazanya. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Brown, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Boston shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. We've got Shelvin Mack. Maurice Spates out there with Hazonia. Then there's a Flalo. Rebound by Larkin. Here's Nader. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Nader's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Celtics. The Magic shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Hazanya, down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The shot by Nader, no good. For Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Mack, the pass to Hazanya.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2. Shooting 2.
That's good from Hazanya.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
So he gets them both. So it's the Celtics now. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
After a fundamentally sound first half, he has been out of control with the ball. As a result, he has turned it over a good amount this first half.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Fires the three, and Baines pulls it down.
I'm sure the D has no issue whatsoever with him taking those threes, but he isn't hitting anything from out there.
Nice shot by Yabusele.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Man, this is what happens when you get discouraged. Sometimes it just affects every part of your game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And Orlando has possession. And Mack kicks to Hazanya. Back to Mack. Pass to Hazanya. Magic moving the ball around. And the slam dunk by Spates.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
Hey, Kev, I love the play, but you know what? Anyone at this level can throw it down on you if you hand it to him on a silver platter.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Now Mack kicks it to Spates. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mack with the ball. Spates sets a screen. Hazanya. No good with the triple. Dishes it to Larkin. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Hazanya in the corner. Good, and the nice assist from Mack. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
It's stolen by Mack.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Here's Hazanya, puts it up off the inbound.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Mack, the pass to Hazanya. He kicks it to Afflalo. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Tipped away from 11 feet away. They shoot again. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Spates. The Celtics have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Yabusele, and it's Orlando with the rebound. And here's Aflalo to the left side wing. The shot by Spates, nobody around. That one's good from the corner.
That's what you love about Aflalo. It's his leadership, his ability to find guys open in their spots. That's huge.
Yabusele, and it's Spates with the rebound. Orlando's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Nice shot by Yabusele.
Well, he just exploited the size mismatch, and he's getting easy looks tonight.
Poked away. Now here's Spates. On target from 13 feet. Spates has got 10 points here in the second half.
Oh, this guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, he always remains aggressive. Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Now here's Mack. Defense is right there. Inside. Makes it off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Yabusele can't hit.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Boston. Marcus Morris. Boston shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now here's Aflalo. He's guarded closely. And Spates has it in the corner. No good from outside. For Boston, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Morris with the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Magic shooting at 42% in this final quarter. And Morris comes over to help. Back to Mack. Lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside.
There isn't any player in the league who's going to pass up that shot. There was nobody near him.
Here's Azania, covered by Morris. They get the rebound. Here's Mack. That's tipped. Only one man back on D. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Yeah, getting there is before the defense can set up.
Now, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Pass to Azania. To the inside. Here's Yabusele. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
By himself.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Well, Orlando shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Aflalo dishes to Mack. Here's the screen. It's blocked. Nice shot by Yabusele. Yabusele's got 16 here in the second half.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Mack. Inside, shot to stop the run. Out of hand on it. Pass to Nader. From down in the low post, it goes. Nader's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And Mack kicks to Spates. And up the court come the Celtics on the break.
And great awareness to toss the ball ahead for the uncontested score.
Here are the Magic now.
Loose ball. Going the other way.
Ojale is checked in for Yabusele. And a switcher also for Orlando. Isaac's checked in. Here's Rozier. He's covered by Mack. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. There's the call. It's a foul on Orlando.
Oh, the fearlessness by Rozier. That's what helps him earn the trip to the stripe.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
Pass to Isaac. Here's Azania. He dishes it to Spates. Here's Mack. Drills it from outside.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And the Celtics making a change here. Yabusele's checked in. Well, Orlando shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Yabusele. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots. Now Mack. Spates sets a screen. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Yabusele. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Well, Orlando shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Tipped away. And a fast break now for the Celtics.
Oh! Come on, did you see that? Did you see that?
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. A minute 50 left in the fourth. Here's Azania. Nader grabs the board.
He's not especially strong near the basket. All the defense did was make their presence felt, and it was enough to make him feel uncomfortable releasing that one.
Here's Azania. Fast break. Here we go.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
He was too much for them to deal with tonight, plain and simple. They tried all sorts of ways to contain him, and nothing worked.
And it's the Magic's ball. Hazonia kicks to Mack. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
Here's Spates. Good, and the nice assist from Mack.
A player with this length and his touch from three-point range, I mean, that's just a great asset to have.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by Nader, no good.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Mack with the ball, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
My guess is that they're just trying to avoid some monumental breakdown after having dominated up to this point.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Mack drops them both. Here's Rozier. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
It was amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but one man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.